Hi everyone, Liane here. I hope you're doing well. Today I will be talking about my planners and journals that I am currently using for 2025. We're about 2 weeks in and I am really loving just the setup right now. And I'm really excited to kind of go over every journal and planner with you. I just wanted to share this moment with you. This is a match set. This pottery was made by Natasha Alphonse, who is a local Pacific Northwest artist. And the vessel itself is where you can strike the match. So I hope you enjoy. And I'll be lighting this candle. The candle burn time is supposed to be 30 minutes, so we shall see. But because I am filming downstairs in the basement, the lighting, I just wanted to warm things up with, I have this salt lamp here, and these candles that offer some really nice natural warmth. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and get started with my planners. So with my planners, I have predominantly two right now, and right now this is for work and for YouTube. I am using the Nolty 2282, and it's the B6 size. I know that I had mentioned the Nolty, it was like a B6 Slim or a B5 Slim, I don't remember, B6 Slim. Used it in 2024 and 2023, but this time I expanded it because I just have a lot of work commitments this year. A big milestone for me is that I am going to be taking my national licensing exam in about a month, almost exactly a month. And so it requires a lot of prep work for me. I don't really talk about it on this channel, but I am a couples and family therapist. I'm really excited about it, but it does require me to study. So the next month, it's going to be just go, go, go. So what I really wanted and what I needed for this year is to be able to maybe track some of my, client sessions for the week, just to be able to see what days might be more busy with more clients and which days would be lighter for me. But then also I have all of this here to be able to scroll notes, tasks for the week. And then just kind of organically, what I've noticed is that on the left side, I have just my therapy notes, and then therapy notes as in no client notes, but it's just more about just my tasks that I need to do as a clinician. And then on the right, it's all of my YouTube notes. This is talking about, this is actually a mishmash of both right now, but the upper left here is talking about work notes, and then everything else here, it's all about live streaming, because I did try live streaming for the first time with Allison from Little Coco Studio, and I'll have that link in the description box below. But it's been working nicely because in 2025, I do want to be more committed to being more regular, posting more regularly. But that for now will have to be put on hold as I study for my exam. And once February comes and goes, I will be free to be able to post and just be more active on YouTube again, because I really do miss just posting videos and sharing fountain pen inks and swatches and talking about planners and journals on a more regular basis. But anyway, so this is my work planner. And right now, for example, what I did is I really seriously started studying just a couple days ago. Today is the 15th. So on the 13th, I counted it as study day 1. And then I basically just numbered each day until test day, which will be Saturday, February the 15th. So I have 33 days to study. My plan is, and I don't know if I have it written down somewhere, but my plan is, here I am playing with inks. But my plan is from day 1 to day 11, I want to be able to go through my study guide front and back, cover to cover. And then from days 12 until 19, it's going to be focusing on just a specific therapy model or modality for each day. And depending on how that goes, I could maybe even study or focus on 2 to 3 models or therapy models each day. And then in February, I have about 2 weeks. And so it's going to be practice exams and then looking at the results and then focusing on the domains, the areas of study that I need to brush up on, that I might feel weak in. And then the last week, it's just going to be looking through all of my notes, just taking a glance at all the things that I've highlighted and not necessarily, starting all over again. But that is my initial plan. So this is my work planner and it's going really well. Now, this is my Traveler's Company notebook in the color Indigo. One of my favorite colors in the Traveler's Company notebook, like as far as the leather offerings that they have. It's like a blue-black, right? And I just love the subtle just elegance of this cover. So what I have in here is, let's see, I have a Hobonichi Weeks. I'm forgetting the name. I'll have the name of this specific Hobonichi Weeks on screen, and I'm sure many of you, and this is probably a common practice, but I just realized that I could stick my Hon Weeks in here perfectly. And so I have everything just organized and it looks so clean. One thing that I learned in 2024 is that the Traveler's Company notebook system did not work for me last year because I put way too many notebooks in here, and it served too many purposes, and therefore I didn't reach for it because it felt overwhelming to me. So this is very specific in that my Hobonichi Weeks is my finance tracking. And I already created some test pages so that you can see what I'm doing. So essentially what I do is, as you can see, it's a horizontal layout. Each day, either as I remember, but what I have been doing is at the end of every day, I look at some of the receipts, I look online on our bank statements, and I just write down just the expenses. Shoes, $25.99, and then this is the last 4 digits of the example of a credit card. And I've been going in this format, kind of organic, not too linear and rigid the way that you would see it on like a transaction. What do you call those? Like the transaction registers, like that you would see in a checkbook register. I'm dating myself there. And just to be able to write it like this in kind of a circular boxy format, it's been really nice. And so then what I'm imagining and what I have been observing is noticing when I have the most expenses, noticing that on the weekends it's quite small. Mondays and Tuesdays tend to have the most amount of expenses. It's when we go grocery shopping. I just think that a lot of expenses just happen to, I know why. It's because on Mondays, I usually have that day off for family errands, to be able to tend to work, admin, tasks. And so those days when I'm out running errands, I do tend to spend more just because I'm out running errands. And then not necessarily at the end of the month, but what I have been doing just to figure things out is then I will write the total amount spent that day on the corresponding day of the month. And I'm just collecting the data right now. I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I think even just seeing it as a reflection of my expenses and how much we spend week to week, day to day, week to week, month to month, I think it'll be really helpful because it'll help me to see more clearly how we spend our money. So yeah, this is our finance tracker. And then this one right here is my Therapist Wins journal. I got this one from Sarica Studio. It's 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. It's white. It's not cream, but it is white. And I don't remember what millimeter grid that is. Do I have a ruler? I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4 millimeter grid. I use the Uni Jetstream exclusively in all Tomoe River paper, especially all Sanzen, the new Tomoe River paper. I don't write with fountain pens in Tomoe River paper anymore. I just do not like the experience, but I'm telling you, I have been really enjoying returning to the Uni Jetstreams. I really like the flow. You can see my natural handwriting. It's, I don't know what you would call it. It's just very expressive, and the Uni Jetstream just gives me that sort of freedom and fluidity that I really enjoy. So yeah, this is my maybe therapy reflections, but I started this actually, when did I start it? I started it actually at the end of December, and it was just to reflect on some therapeutic wins for that day, maybe even after a client session. If it felt especially profound or emotional, I will write it down. And I do it as a way to mark the important work that I'm doing, but then also to acknowledge that that I am proud of myself. I'm really proud of the work that I do. And sometimes we lose sight of that. And sometimes we don't give ourselves permission to be able to celebrate, just to celebrate our wins in that way, to be able to broadcast it. And so I think it's just a practice for me to be able to just write down, to chronicle some of the real highlights, and even some introspective challenges that I've experienced when I have client sessions. So this has been really lovely, and I'm really looking forward to looking back on this journal at the end of the year. But yeah, I don't have any confidential client information in here, but it's just more confidential in that it has my innermost feelings and thoughts, and so I do want to keep that private. But the fact that my traveler's notebook here serves two specific purposes makes it really nice, and I reach for it every day. So that has been just a wonderful addition to my journal lineup. Wait, where is it? I'm looking for my pencil board. Oh, hello. It's right here. So what I normally do is, oops, I almost burnt my pencil board. So what I normally do is I will keep my pencil board here when I'm not using it, and I just want to stow it because it helps to keep this leather protected, because otherwise when I have it wrapped without that pencil board, there isn't much. This weeks right here is a little small, so I just want to be able to have a little bit of a reinforcement there. But then also, when I write in my Therapist Wins journal, I will put this pencil board in the back so that it covers up this knot, so that when I am writing on this journal, it doesn't really interfere with this knot. It kind of covers it up a little bit. So yeah, really liking the pencil board. Also, I just wanted to mention that this TSL brass pin or brass charm I got from Little Coco Studio when she went out to Kurashiki to visit the Superior Labor shop in person. So that's a real precious keepsake. Okay, so those are my planners. Now the journals, this is my daily journal. This is the Hobonichi A6 Hon edition. And I think the name of this is like snake and bow tie. I will have to write that down for you on the screen. But what's adorable, and I didn't realize this until Allison from Little Coco Studio pointed this out to me, but this little guy, this snake with the top hat and the pipe, the placement of this character varies from Hobonichi to Hobonichi. And I just so happen to have one where the guy is just up in the upper left hand corner, and I really like that placement. He also happens to be right here on the spine, but yeah, Allison told me that a lot of folks who are in the know will not buy this online because you're not guaranteed where the placement of the snake will be. And so if, you know, people will then just go in person to make sure that they get the notebook where the snake is in the right spot. And of course, the snake is for the year of the snake this year in 2025. I love that it's neutral, but it has just a pop of playfulness because, as you can tell, a lot of my journals are very neutral and minimalistic. And so to have this, it's slightly less minimal in that you have these playful snakes, but they're also just uniform as well. But yeah, it's a real fun edition. And I have this, yeah, I basically just write my thoughts from the day, and then any to-do list or anything that I forgot to do that day that I just want to make sure that I write down before I go to bed, I'll write it up here in this upper right-hand corner of each page. Okay. And then this last journal is the Midori 5-year journal, and I have it in their nude leather cover. My daughter and I both got this 5-year journal. She got the leather cover that is red and mine is nude. And I just realized that a lot of life is going to happen in the next 5 years. I mean, I'm getting fully licensed this year. One of my kids will be graduating from high school and going off to college in 2027. My other kid, my second kid, will also be graduating within the 5-year period in 2029 and heading off to college. 2027 will be my husband's and my 20th anniversary. So a lot of milestones, and it'll be really fun to just capture some of the mundane details that I oftentimes overlook, that I oftentimes don't even think are important enough to be written in here. But what I found is that in my other 5-year journal, my 5-year journal that I had for about 10 years, the entries that I cherish the most are the little snippets of funny sayings that my kids said, or it was where I took one of my kids when they were in preschool, you know, for a fun little outing, a mommy and kiddo outing. It was just even talking about what I did that day, whether it was going to the dentist and whatever it is, capturing the mundane, I think is what this specific journal is going to be about. And even just writing down a headline. Right now, as you know, the fires are raging in LA. And so, yeah, I have little snippets of thoughts and feelings in here as well. So I also just wanted to point out that I am using all of these Hobonichi products with my Uni Jetstream. I don't have my pen with me right now, but I do normally put it in this pen clip. And like I might have mentioned in previous videos, I just don't use fountain pens in my Hobonichi, in my Tomoe River paper, since they've changed the types of paper that they use for Tomoe River paper. I just haven't been enjoying the writing process, specifically with fountain pens. But I have to say that with the Uni Jetstream, I absolutely love it. And it's actually the reason why I got into Hobonichi in the first place, is because I found out that Jetstream pens and Hobonichi Tomoe River paper were perfect, where it was a perfect match. And this is before I got into fountain pens. Okay, last but not least, this is more just kind of a fun additive discussion topic here. Just something fun that I wanted to mention. So I have this as a set, and I think it's just so aesthetic. It's so beautiful. This idea I got from Lindsay Scribbles. So thank you, Lindsay Scribbles. I don't even know where she got the idea, if she came up with it herself, but this is a sticker book, and I put the this PVC cover. I think it is it Traveler's Company? No, it might be a PVC cover that I got from Sarica Studio. I put one of the stickers that I got from Tokyo, the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, and I put it here, and it matches perfectly with the Traveler's Company sticker book here. And so this notebook just alone is such a vibe. And to have it paired with my black notebook, passport size, is just icing on the cake. So I have, these are Sarica Studios fountain pen stickers, her autumn foliage. I have some washi tapes that I got from my travels in Tokyo this past summer. And I have them all pre-cut so that I can add them to my journals. And then this is from the sticker set from Yoseka Studio, or Yoseka Stationery. One of my favorite sticker sets. And then this is really funny. This is like a Flake Studio. I think it's called Standard. What is it called? The Standard. But anyway, so I have it. It's a little box full of individual stickers already pre-cut, and I basically separated them into two spreads. This spread has all of the clothes that I wouldn't really wear. I wouldn't really get anything with vibrant prints. I do like cable knit sweaters, except I wouldn't get one in that color. So these are all just the clothes that I wouldn't pick to wear myself. But then everything here are clothes that I would love to wear that are so my style. In fact, I do have a pair of chocolate brown overalls. I do have a pair of Chelsea boots, wide leg jeans. I have a red cardigan, and I love stripes. I wear so many stripes. And what's funny is I even have this sort of teal sort of bandana, which is hilarious. I love just real, like, I don't know, personality infused glasses. I mean, tote bags, love tote bags. So anyway, it's funny. Like, this is very vibrant, but then, well, I guess this is equally vibrant too, but it's more minimal and Parisian, I guess. But yeah, so this houses my stickers. And then in here, this is the Kurashiki insert that Allison from Little Coco Studio got for me when she went to go to Tokyo this past summer. And she brought back this insert for me, and it's this beautiful letterpress cover, and I think it's just regular Midori cream paper. But what she did is, this is one of her little happy accidents. She accidentally pressed this up against the ink pad when she was making all of these imprints for me. These are stamps that you can only get in the Kurashiki TSL store. And because she did that, I was so inspired that I decided to make this a book of stamps. These are stamps from Hobonichi, and right now I am having kind of a blue ink moment. And so what I'm planning to do is, that sometimes what I'll do is I'll just cut out one of these images and then add it to my journals, whether it's for collaging. But what I love is that it's created this sort of like gradient look. Yeah, so this is my book of stamps. And so this will stay with me when I journal and when I want a sticker or a stamp to be able to decorate my page. But anyway, this comes as a set, and I love the way that it looks, and it's so functional. And then last but not least is my plotter. This is, I think, the mini 6 ring. I bought this after going to the San Francisco Pen Show. I was so tempted to buy one there, and for some reason I didn't. Oh, I think it's because they ran out of this color and this size. And so later that night, I bought the plotter online. And what I love about plotter is that their DP paper is exquisite, and I love writing with fountain pens. And so if plotter ever comes up with or creates a notebook, like an A5 notebook using DP paper, that would be my dream. So I got this because I was inspired by Oblation Papers in Portland, and also April from Penguins Creative. I remember at the San Francisco Pen Show, April she was manning the plotter desk, and what she had shown as an example of the ways that people can use plotter is that she created an ink swatch notebook with one of her, I think with maybe even this size. And I was so inspired that that's what I wanted to do. So this is probably the bougiest ink swatch notebook, but you know, it gives me immense joy. And what I've done is I've been logging my inks and pens, especially when I'm in this experimentation phase. I go through so many ink and pen combinations that I end up losing track. I'm sure I'm not the only one where, you know, you just don't remember, like, what brown was that? I don't remember if it was Bungu Box Kabayaki or if it was like SBRE brown. I don't remember. And so anytime that I ink a pen, I will write it down. And so this is now my pen, or my inked pens logbook. And oh, I can only imagine the satisfaction at the end of the year when I have all of these pages filled, and it's then become an unofficial swatch book. But look at that. I know this is a lot, but these are all the pens that I have currently inked. Isn't that funny? Yeah, love it so much. Okay, I think that's it. But thank you so much for spending your time with me as I went through all of the planners and journals. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.